this lesson, I'm going to show you the finger-picking intro to the song "Oh You Bring," and it sounds like this. Once you learn the intro, you'll actually have kind of the groove for the entire song, so it's a really good place to start. I'm capoed up on my 7th fret and using C chord family, which actually puts me in the key of G, but C chord shapes. Your first shape is just a C chord, so you'll hang out there for a little bit, and with your right hand, your thumb is going to get the bass note, which will be the 5th string. And then you can choose what other fingers you want. You'll mainly be on the 1st string and the 3rd, and sometimes the 2nd. I kind of prefer, I'm most relaxed with my ring finger and my pointer. If you want to use your pointer in your middle, you can do that as well. But for your bass string, you definitely want your thumb going. So the first thing you've probably noticed is your thumb just keeps going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's getting 8th notes, just a constant steady hit on that bass note. So from there, the nice thing about having that constant 8th note deal is you can either line up your other notes with that 8th note or play it in between to get kind of an offbeat 16th note. So that's happening, both of those things are happening. So you'll start with your 1st string, that open, and that's the first pluck of your bass string. So you'll do those together and then your bass string alone. And then what happens here with your bass string alone is you're going to sandwich, play them together and sandwich your 3rd string with 2 bass notes. So it's together, bass note, 3rd string, bass note. And then ending back on that high string. So sandwich, high string. So that high string gets sandwiched as well. So it's together, and then you have a sandwich with the 3rd string, and then the sandwich with the high string. So together, sandwich, and then high string. And that's pretty much your pattern. So what you're going to do there is just repeat that a few times on C. 3 times actually, which is 3 measures. 1, 2, 3. From here, you're going to slide your ring finger 2 frets, and then your pinky, so your ring finger is ending on the 12th, your pinky is going to get the 13th on the 2nd string, and after you've done your slide, you're going to play your 3rd string, 2nd, and then 1st. Sounds kind of dissonant and weird, but that's what's happening. Now you can play those strings, you might want to use your thumb after you hit that bass note and then jump to the 3rd with your thumb. Or you can use your 3 fingers. And that's going to set you over to an A minor 7 chord, which is just A minor without your ring finger, or you can think of it as a C without your bass note. That's an A minor 7. Exact same pattern as far as the idea of together and then your 2 sandwiches, but you are playing different notes because you're in a different chord. Your starting point on this one is actually the 2nd string instead of the 1st. Your bass note is still on that 5th, so your thumb's doing the same deal. But together with your 2nd string, your bass, and then your sandwich is with your 3rd string and your 1st. Again. Now from here, you have kind of another bridge measure, another measure that's a little different. Hammer on with middle finger, so that pops up a string, 0, 2 on that 5th. And same deal here. It actually even looks the same. It's kind of a G over B chord. So middle finger gets there, and then your pinky is going to get the 3rd fret relative to capo on the 2nd string. And then you're just plucking 3rd, 2nd, 1st. So hammer on. So that draws you right back into your C position. And C starts with that high string. And then here's your slide. And then from here you're into your A minor 7. You're just starting on the 2nd string, that's the biggest difference. So 3 measures of that, and then here's your hammer on. And that brings you full circle back into your C again. So the biggest advice here is to start really, really slow. First get the idea of it, but use your thumb as your speed guide. So everything follows your thumb because that's setting your pace. It's actually A minor 7. Hammer on. And then as your thumb gets more and more comfortable, you get more comfortable with the finger picking position. Just start speeding that thumb up a little bit more, and soon you'll have the speed. So that's your progression for the intro to the song, Oh You Bring.